consensus, a lot's happened, a lot is happening, but your final thoughts in terms of, in your space, what you think can advance some of the targets that are already in place now and enable the financial inclusion targets specifically to be met perhaps at a faster speed?
Yeah, so I think we're fortunate in that we can see very clearly the path in front of us and the initiatives that we need to drive. So I shared, the work that we had done at a junior level to try and drive more access to finance for women. And I spoke a lot about, the advances we made in terms of the technology, the scoring algorithms, as well as the experience, right, that customers had. But in truth, what moved us from that under 25% mark to where we are now, which is 40% of the users on our platform, end users, are women, was the capital innovation, right, where we brought in impact funders into the fold. And because they have a different risk appetite and impact objectives, we were really able to reach more women. So I think that is something that we need to consider as we design products, that we need to combine, our innovation needs to be not just constrained to the technology and the product experience, but also capital. So that's the first thing. The other thing which gives me huge hope, and which I hope to see continuing to develop in the work that I do, is that the shape of work is changing and becoming more inclusive to women. We just need to accelerate that. And that is both for lower income jobs as well as in the C-suite. So starting with lower income jobs, loving the way that technology is changing the shape of this. So Copia, an e-commerce platform on whose board I sit, 80% of their receiving and distribution agents are women. These often are people who've been housewives or been running some sort of informal business, but now equipped with a smartphone, they have an income that is way above the minimum wage in that country, right, which is transformative because, as we know, women spend up to 90% of their income on things like healthcare, educating children, and so on. So that's great. Sweep South in South Africa is another example of, how technological platforms give people access to dignified employment and allow them to really build a track record which they can take to pursue larger opportunities. So I like that. And you can see I'm obsessed with how do we actually get money into people's pockets, right? So loving that, I think we need to do more of that. And then, of course, at a C-suite level, I like that for ourselves at Juma, we've done a lot of work to think about, what biases could exist in recruitment processes, train people around that. Once you've onboarded people, how do you actually include them in the sense of actually hearing their voice, right? So that those different perspectives actually translate into the way in which you are doing business. And I think we need to just continue to invest in that. We also support organizations like Girl Code, who are training the youth, right, to be the engineers of the future. I think that is also important. So all in all, optimistic but impatient.
I'd love to give you another minute, but we're out of time. It's amazing how quickly an hour can go. If you can